Anyway, it was cool as fuck. What else have I done that was cool? Anyway, hold on. Let me talk about this fancy dinner. The fancy dinner was cool. After fancy dinner, I got to go on a walk for a while, and I came to this cool pier, and I kind of just, like, stared out at the water for a while, and all the other boys kind of gathered around, and we had this very fucking anime moment where we were all just kind of leaning on the railing and staring out into the night, and there was this big glowing bridge way far away in the distance, and we could see these huge skyscrapers and towers. It was really beautiful, and we just kind of like shot the shit for a while. I think it was the first time I really had like a short conversation with Altair Senpai, and I talked to Haka Senpai a little bit while I was there. I think that was kind of around the time that a couple of us were like, man, we could live here. I know that a couple of the other boys have been kind of like, man, it would be kind of a lot better to be here, especially us South Felician boys. A lot of us just don't really, I mean, the Badlands have their appeal, but it's not always the most livable. How about that? But yeah, we were all just kind of like leaning on the rail and staring out in the distance. I think a lot of us got kind of introspective in that moment. Like there wasn't a lot of like jostling and fucking around. It was just a lot of like kind of talking about how lucky we are to be, you know, in the situation we are. Like a year or two ago, I never would have seen myself being in Zenokuni, right? I never would have gone to Japan. Like in what world? Like maybe when I was like 12 and I was watching fucking like anime and shit, and I was like, oh, I want to go to Japan because it's the land of anime or whatever. Like a fucking idiot, like Neanderthal South Elysian that I was. But as I got older and, you know, kind of like lost myself in like the daily grind of working and stuff like that, I got less and less hopeful that I would ever leave the country, first of all. But also I kind of like started to kind of hammer in a certain like pessimism about like every other country in the world, and like, oh, you think this is cool, but it's just tourist shit. Like, that's not cool. You think it'd be cool to go to this country, but that one's like just overhyped, or that one's super expensive, or they're like super biased there, or like this one's just where weebs go and you're gonna look like some stupid South Elysian tourist weeb. I think that like kind of letting myself get out of that mindset has been really good, and it took me maybe a little bit of time here, like a week or two, to kind of like accept that I am a tourist South Elysian, and that's okay, because I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to stay out of the way and do what I need to do to like blend in and fit in and be considerate, but understand that like I inherently do not fit in, and it's okay to be a tourist and let myself enjoy things and stop like carrying guilt on my shoulders for something I can't really control, as long as I try my best not to be obtrusive. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. It was really introspective, and I think it took it gave me my first moment of like, yeah, I guess I could live here if I really put my mind to it, and I really try and make an effort, and I figure out how to like, you know, get my boys, my cats over here. I think it could be a real option for the future. So, you know, definitely got to grind those JP studies though. I got to find a way to turn that into like membership content. Maybe I could find a way to like study on stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I don't know if you guys would like watching. I guess you guys have said you'd like that, but since I have physical books, that would be hard. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe hand cam studying or something. That'd be awesome. Hell yeah. Let's see, what else happened? The pier was really cool. The conversations I had with the other boys were cool. The conversations I had with the other boys were cool. Goldie and I talked for a while. Jurard and I talked for a while. Octavia and I talked for a little bit. Haka and Altair and I talked for a little bit. I don't think I really chatted with many of the other boys. I think they were all kind of off having their own conversations at that point, but it was kind of nice. Everybody was just kind of quietly like, you know, in our own heads, but still like sharing their thoughts with each other. So that was nice. Might have been the first time I've ever seen Jurard be a little quiet. He kind of approached Altair Senpai when I was talking to Altair Senpai and got loud, and I kind of excused myself from the conversation at that point, but I heard as I was walking away that Jurard matched his energy and got a little quieter, which is impressive because Jurard's pretty bad at reading energy and matching it. So I was like, wow, look at him. That's some character development. We love to see it. He's trying, yes. I don't know if he would say this, but I think Jurard has a lot of respect and maybe a little bit of nerves around Altair Senpai, which is kind of funny.